Hi, good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to Paytm Money. Paytm Money's Decode the Market with Experts. I am Neeraj Gugui, your host for the talk. Before I start very quickly, I'd like to tell you the disclaimer for this event. Investment in the securities market are subject to market risk. Read all the related documents carefully before investing. Our representations are not indicative of future results. All the discussions are purely educational in nature. You should independently verify before verify for all the further informations. And thirdly, securities that we are going to discuss and quote today are purely examples in nature. So having said that, the guest for today is Mr. Manish Shah. Manish Shah is a registered, SEBI registered research analyst. He has got more than 25 years of experience in the market as a trader, as a research analyst, and he worked with lots of institutional research desk, which includes Motilal Oswal and other top broking companies in the country. So Manish, welcome to the show. If you can open your camera. Oh, yes.
Hello and good evening, everyone. Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to this particular talk show on how the markets are likely to behave, considering what is going on around us. So, just before we go and take a look at a lot of charts and so the issues that have been going on since last 1 week or so is everybody is aware of it. Basically, in terms of whatever President Donald Trump has been doing, or rather, what he has done with India and what he has been doing with the rest of the world. So, rampant increase in tariffs, no clear-cut policies of what is likely to happen in the near future. So, if we are confused and we are not alone as such, there are governments around the world, economies around the world, we are in the same boat. So now the point is, where does this all lead to? I think there will be some sort of an agreement uh, as to what the tariffs are going to be, and such high rates of tariffs are not sustainable for any country because they are already facing issues when it comes to their agriculture output, when it comes to whatever is available in their local stores, whether it is Nike shoes. I was just reading something over the weekend. So price tags of day-to-day requirements, at Walmart stores or all those departmental chain stores that they have out there. Uh, they have increased. Nike as a shoe company, they have transferred the entire burden of tariffs on the consumers. Same thing what buyers have done. So almost 20 to 30% across the board increase in prices. This is what the American public they have to suffer. As far as India is concerned, uh, out of the total exports that India is doing across the world, roughly around 10% of it is US based. We have other markets also. As of now, pharma and electronic exports are out of the ambit. But we have seen President Trump making the statement that he's going to drastically increase the tariffs on pharmaceutical products also. But this has till date, it has not happened. Uh, there are research reports that say that maybe there could be anywhere from zero point 0.3 to 0.5% hit on the GDP as far as India is concerned. So GDP, as we all know, gross domestic products is the sum total of goods and services that are produced in a country. So there could be a hit, uh, but it may not be that much because just last week RBI had its its meeting, and the tone was quite dovish in the sense that even though interest rates were not really decreased, but the headline inflation number was pegged at less than 3.5. Uh, and there is a chance that probably in next meeting, RBI meeting, probably this is maybe in September or October. There is a chance that there could be again uh, a decrease in the rates. Apart from that, even other agencies, they have projected quite a rosy picture for Indian economy. We still remain the fastest growing economy in the world, and today is 11th of August, 15th August is India is going to celebrate its Independence Day, and I have a feeling, I'm not sure, देखो मैं श्योर नहीं हूँ, but मुझे लगता है कि कुछ ना कुछ announcement आ सकता है in next 3 or 4 days. So this particular expiry is going to be truncated. It's going to be there for only 4 days because Friday is a holiday. So having said that, uh, things are a little bit uncertain as of now. There has been no statement from the government of India as regarding what steps they are going to take when it comes to tariffs, except for there has been a reconsideration on certain defense deals that India had with US. So, it's basically tit for tat. Among other things, what has happened is that there is Prime Minister Modi is due to visit China, which is a very, very significant development considering what has happened with Pakistan war and couple of years ago we had this Dokulam and border issues. But there is a very, very strong possibility that the trade between India and China might pick up. And same thing is with BRICS also. Even Brazil and India, they have been talking something about increasing trade between the two countries. So maybe to an extent there could be some deficit in what India exports to US in the shorter term, and maybe it is limited maybe to gems, jewelry, certain electronics, machines, and so on, machinery. But I think that effect could be a little bit limited. Still, a lot of people are confused, not really clear about what's going to happen. So we just have to wait and watch. Uh, and with this background, we just take a look at what markets have been doing since last couple of weeks. So I think you can see uh, physically. I think on my screen you can see the
Yes, yes,
chart. I'm
Manish.
using
Yes,
yeah.
we
So
can see
yeah.
it.
So I'm using the Paytm platform. It's a very, very good platform. You have with just a click of a button, you can have your charts and so on and so forth. So I'm just using this as a stand-alone tool right now because I do not have all the watch lists that are prepared. Anyways, so what we are seeing here is Nifty. I hope you can see the full screen on Nifty. 'Cause, yeah, so let's see. So basically, what we are having is this sort of a very measured decline that we are seeing. So two things about this sort of a pattern is that we are in a pattern of lower highs and lower lows. Uh, that is that is clearly to be seen. I'll just show you, just draw it and yeah.
Manish, if you can make the screen full screen. हाँ ऊपर हाँ
One
correct.
second, I'll just. So I think this is the best that I can do. Is this okay? Yeah, it should be better,
Yes,
right?
yes.
Okay. So now what we have here is this a pattern of lower highs and lower lows that we are seeing in Nifty. So I'll just draw the path for you. So but this is what is happening since last uh, I would say couple of weeks. So this is a pattern of lower high, lower lows. But if we just take this pattern and go back from May, this is more of a sideways action. Now the point is this: whether we have broken through this basic support zone or it's going to be a failure. Okay, so what is a failure? Failure is something where price just dips down below a support and then it reverses. As of now, what we are looking at, it doesn't seem to be a failure. We had a slight, uh, you know, even the volumes as such, I would not say they're abnormal. So I'm not too sure whether this is a confirmed breakout on the downside. So what could be the implications of this? The implication is that maybe just assuming that today remains, relatively subdued, we don't see much of a movement here. Over next couple of days, we have to see how the market behaves at around 24, 400, 500. If we see this spike and markets moving above this uh, support zone, right? Something happens and the market moves up. Now this it has to come from an announcement. So some development would take place, and if it is considered to be bullish by the market, then we could see a spike. If it doesn't, then markets will tend to see a slow fall. Right down to around 40, around 23,900 or so. So we could see markets coming down to probably this zone, and this is where I think a major support is, because prior swing highs and swing lows, which were here, they are now. So there is this huge gap from current zones to around 23 800. So currently Nifty is at around 24 400. We could see a drop down to 23 800, 23 900 or so. So rather a little bit uncertain. So it could be a slowish decline. At least what we have seen is we have not seen a very sharp decline in last 1 or 2 weeks. So see all these red candles, they are just below the normal. We have not seen such a long strong candle, or such a sharp fall that we have seen here. So in
हाँ,
that case,
मनीष,
yeah.
आप दोनों लैंग्वेज यूज करोगे तो ज्यादा
हाँ
अच्छा।
ठीक है, ओके फाइन फाइन, हाँ। तो ये है, तो दैट इज अभी ये जो है वो स्लाइटली अनसर्टन मार्केट कंडीशंस है इसमें। तो होता है ये, दिस इज एट पार्ट एंड पार्सल। देखिए, अगर मैं लास्ट 25 साल से मार्केट्स में हूँ, और ऐसा एक फेज आ जाता है जब भी एक मार्केट में कुछ भी जियो पॉलिटिकल रीजंस की वजह से मार्केट में एक बहुत ही स्लो टाइप ऑफ अ मूवमेंट आता है। शायद इस टाइप का मूवमेंट तो इंडिया पाकिस्तान वॉर के टाइम पे भी नहीं था, द टाइप ऑफ मूवमेंट दैट वी आर सीइंग हियर। सो सो नाउ व्हाट डू यू डू एज अ ट्रेडर? ओके, अगर आप शॉर्ट टर्म इंट्राडे प्लेयर हो, then I think that you just need to get out very fast. If you are a longer term player, somebody is willing to hold on to your uh, आपका अगर ये है कि अगर आप इंडिया स्टोरी में बिलीव करते हो, ओके, मेरे हिसाब से आप बने रहो मार्केट में। और अगर आप रेगुलर डे टू डे ट्रेड्स नहीं करते तो आप मार्केट में बने रहो। अगर आपका कोई इन्वेस्टमेंट्स है एस आई पीज में, तो प्लीज उसको बंद मत करना। It's, I think, a matter of time before the market turns. So just hold on. Uh, as of now, just मैंने बोला uncertain phase है market में कुछ समय के लिए. We might see this change over a period of time. Probably next week can be little bit. It can give more clarity to the market. So so that is something on Nifty. Today the markets have been edging up slightly. So let's move on to, let's say, another one. It's a Bank Nifty. We can go on. So let's take a look at Bank Nifty. We just open this, and this is where we have it, right? So this is Nifty, I think, and now we are looking at Bank. Okay. So just wait for the chart to load, and then we'll carry on, right? So Bank Nifty also, basically, I think long drawn action is sideways. We are still moving in this range of uh, you know probably this sort of a trading action. This is more of a sideways action, if you ask me. So this is more of a sideways action. We are at a support zone. Uh, no clear signs of uh, you know a massive breakdown. See, ये सब देखो छोटे छोटे कैंडल्स हैं यहाँ पर। See this, See, volumes maybe थोड़ा dry out हो रहा है. So this is not really a convincing bearish uh, bearish number, but again, in a news driven market, some whatever announcement may come, and that can have a short term impact on the market. So bank nifty also, I would say that just wait and watch. If you are into ETFs, see, bank nifty, the results have been reasonably good, if you ask me. I don't think so. Banking as a sector has performed badly. State Bank of India, a lot of these PSU banks, indices, sorry, a lot of these PSU banks, they have held. We look at some PSU banks as we go along. So Bank Nifty, I think it is a good time to invest in ETFs. If you are into SIPs in Bank Nifty, please keep on continuing them. Uh, as and when the bank nifty turns, we can take a long trade. I wouldn't be so keen on going short unless and until it's an intraday trade. तो मुझे नहीं लगता है कि यहाँ पर बैंक निफ्टी को एग्रेसिवली शॉर्ट करना चाहिए, क्योंकि फॉलो अप सेलिंग नहीं आ रहा है. देखिए, ये फ्राइडे का जो लॉन्ग रेड कैंडल था, तो इसको चलो वो वीकली. Now, if you go to a weekly, what we have here is a beautiful prior swing high. So this is a breakout pullback sort of a pattern. Uh, so in that sense, I don't think so. On the longer term time frame, higher highs, higher lows, अभी भी intact है. जो छोटा जो हम देख रहे हैं short term decline, that is because of geopolitical reasons. Bank Nifty still continues to behave well, but it's a matter of time before we see uh, uh, an up move. तो अगर आप ETF में इन्वेस्ट कर रहे हो, तो आई थिंक इट्स अ वेरी वेरी गुड टाइम टू स्टार्ट इन्वेस्टिंग इन ETFs एंड बैंक निफ्टी. फॉर मे बी अगर आप कॉल पुट के लिए या आप FNO सेगमेंट में अगर ट्रेड करना चाहते हो, आई वुड से वेट, डोंट रश इनटू. Okay, so these two sectors we have covered. Now let's go to Fin Nifty. I love Fin Nifty. फिन निफ्टी एक ऐसा सेक्टर है जहां पे काफी अलग अलग बिजनेसेस, फिनेंशियल सर्विसेज एज अ सेक्टर में आते हैं. तो आप म्यूचुअल फंड इंडस्ट्री है, या फिर फाइनेंशियल सर्विसेज है, जो लेंडर्स है, नो, सो लॉट ऑफ थिंग्स आर कमिंग इनटू फाइनेंशियल सर्विसेज. सी, financial services is at a much better quality support. Again, a sideways action that we have here in Fin Nifty. We have equal highs and equal lows. That is what uh, we say when we talk about a sideways action, right? So equal highs and equal lows. Okay, these lows are around 26,170. Highs are जो highs है वो 27,300 के करीब है. So these are equal highs and lows. See, this is a classic sideways action. And देखिए, टेक्निकल एनालिसिस में एक रूल है कि अगर काफी लंबे टाइम से अगर कोई स्टॉक या मार्केट साइडवेज जाता है और उसमें अगर ब्रेकआउट आता है, okay, then that breakout can be it can be very powerful. I would say bank nifty से better option है financial services में, because financial services is a more diversified index rather than bank nifty. तो just मैंने अभी बताया कि अलग अलग टाइप के businesses इसमें आते हैं. So AMC's as a business, it is doing exceedingly well. So they form a part of financial services, but AMC's as a business is not a part of banking sector. So financial services, there are certain banking stocks are included. So financial services is a much relatively broader based index. So this is in something in financial services as a sector. I would say this sector is a much better play rather than banking. Okay, so let's go on to mid cap index. I think mid cap is getting, it is getting a bit hammered. So, mid caps indices is a relatively underperformer as compared to Nifty. Uh, we'll just wait for this chart to load. Let's see. So, a relatively sharp decline in mid cap Nifty. This is the cash market chart. So even this is at a support. Okay, so just there was a hammer here बट अगर फॉलो अप नहीं आया, आई वुड से जस्ट वेट एंड वॉच. अगर यहाँ पर यू सी, इफ यू सी अ शार्प स्पाइक, सो अगर निफ्टी हम देखते हैं तो देखिए, एक लक्ष्मण रेखा होती है कोई भी, अ, जब भी हम प्राइसेस देखते हैं तो अ, एक लक्ष्मण रेखा होती है कि जहां पर आपको ये डिसीजन लेना पड़ता है कि अगर ये जोन के ऊपर जाता है, देन आई वुड वांट टू बी अ बायर. सो मे बी आई वुड से निफ्टी में द बेस्ट पॉसिबल zone is 24,700. We are still around 200 or just around 1% from current levels. अगर यहाँ पर सस्टेन होता है, then we'll have a solid stop to put at 24,300, and then we can play on the long side. Okay, so टेक्निकल एनालिसिस, एट टाइम्स थोड़ा एक अनसर्टन पीरियड आता है, एंड द ओनली वे टू काउंटर इज टू वेट फॉर अ कंफर्मेशन. मार्केट किस बाजू जा रहा है और उस साइड मैं ले लूंगा, राइट. सो बी एन ऑब्जर्व, right? Don't try to predict what the markets are doing, because it is an extremely news driven market as of now. Okay, so that is what it is. So we can just, this is just a very shallow trend line. I would say 24,600, I would say 24,700. ये एक लक्ष्मण रेखा है. तो अगर 24,700 के ऊपर जाता है, then we can really you know look to go aggressively on the long side, because तो तेजी का हम सोच सकते हैं, और एक 24,300 का स्टॉप लॉस, दिस अराउंड 1% फ्रॉम द एंट्री लेवल्स. आइदर यू कैन बाय ETFs और यू कैन बाय फ्यूचर्स, अगर आप ट्रेड करना चाहते हो तो. अगर नहीं करना चाहते हो, फेयर इनफ, राइट. सो दिस इज समथिंग on various indices. So now I'll just shift over to trading, because we are going to talk something on individual stocks, right? So let's talk about some sectors. One sector that I really, really like, और आपको उसमें you will also find ETFs, is PSU banks. So I'll just see PSU banks as an index. If I just draw this trend line, the results have been reasonably good. SBI results have been very strong. PSU बैंक में SBI का जो वेटेज है वो काफी हाई है, एंड रिलेटिवली स्पीकिंग PSU बैंक्स में इतनी गिरावट नहीं आई है जितनी दूसरे इंडाइसेस में देख रहे हैं. Okay, so this is, I would say that apart from, see, overall markets have been down in a couple of days. PSU bank is showing a slow rally. Okay, so most probably we can say that this support here at 6,700 is confirmed. So अगर यहाँ से we are here at 7,000, we can just keep a stop below 6,700. And if this breakout goes, so first target we can expect is 7,350. 7,350 पे अगर ऊपर breakout आता है, possibly a rally up to 8,000 over couple of weeks, depending on how fast the markets are. So this is one sector that I really like. Second sector, of course, is financial services, that I really like. Uh, Sectors you should avoid. Okay, I would say stay out of IT, at least for the time being. Okay, don't go into IT stocks. We are, एक अच्छा खासा decline है. Probably IT will drop down to this unless we see a higher high. It's very difficult to anticipate. But IT results have also been subdued. वहां पर ज्यादा uh, uh, वहां पर ज्यादा कुछ बाइंग प्रेशर नहीं दिख रहा है. काफी फ्रंटलाइन स्टॉक्स में भी ज्यादा कुछ बाइंग नहीं दिख रहा है. तो आईटी वी कैन अवॉइड. In case of FMCG, Hindustan Lever came out with very good results. Again, not see, this is also, and I would say uh, this is a market that has not really declined. Nothing great is happening, but there is this very long term phasing action, right? तो Elliott wave term में शायद ये wave 2 हो सकता है. I would say FMCG stocks, they look promising. उसमें provided we see a relatively sharp move, we can see a move higher. So FMCG is promising, but it can be a good investment bet. Though it may not be a good trading bet, but you can invest in ETFs if you find them in FMCG sector. Okay. Another sector that we can avoid as a sector we can avoid is obviously pharma because of obvious reasons that some announcement comes and there is an increase in tariff on on the pharma sector which on exports that are taking place इंडिया में से जो exports हो रहे हैं यूएस में अगर उस पे टैरिफ बढ़ जाता है तो सर्टेन स्टॉक्स लाइक इक्का सिप्ला जो भी स्टॉक्स में ज्यादा यूएस का जो कंपोनेंट है तो उसमें गिरावट आ सकती है सो आई वुड से गिव सम मोर टाइम टू फार्मा फॉर एटलीस्ट फॉर सम टाइम एंड देन यू कैन take a look after some time. Okay. Uh, yeah, so this is something on indices. Basically, metals also has not really moved. See, there has hardly been any. देखिए अगर मार्केट में आप देखोगे ना तो कोई भी सेक्टर में लैटरल मूवमेंट भी नहीं है it's basically sideways एक ही price पे prices are just going up and down at at similar levels last 4 से 6 महीने में कुछ lateral movement market में नहीं आया है so just have to wait and watch longer term scenario remains bullish जो भी आरबीआई के स्टेटमेंट्स है या तो फिर फीसी या वर्ल्ड बैंक ने जो भी प्रोजेक्शंस किया है इट इज एवरीथिंग इज is okay. I mean, there is इंडिया में ऐसा कोई इकोनॉमिक इश्यूज अभी तक तो नहीं है सो that is something on sectors reality space I think just wait and watch a lot of people were expecting that RBI uh, will reduce interest rates but it has not happened but so that is something on sectors. Right. So now let's look at some stocks that I like that we can do. Again, this is supposed to be just a demonstration. So, right. So one of I would say look at State Bank. State Bank ने अच्छे results दिए हैं numbers. I'm not going into those results. But now what do we see in State Bank? Basically, we are seeing uh, a very strong sideways action, a very sharp spot. Price ट्रेंड लाइन पे एक सपोर्ट ले रहा है एंड इट इज मूविंग हायर मेजर रेजिस्टेंस इज एट अराउंड 840 850 odd levels right now if I go to a very long term monthly chart I'll just change this to a monthly now see on the monthly time see this is still an outperforming stock so I can draw a trend line from year to year this trend line holds a classic case of a corrective decline on a monthly. If this uptrend sustains, I think probably in next year or so, we could be seeing a move up to 980 to 1000. That is State Bank for you. So it's a portfolio bet, longer term investment if you want to do. You can just park in maybe 2%, 5% of your money in State Bank and hold it for a couple of months to maybe a year or so, and uh, and if things pan out the way we are planning it to, considering the results State Bank ने declare किए हैं, so I think this could be a reasonably good bet that we can have. Another stock that I like is Policy Bazaar. Again, a very strong trend on the monthly. If we go down to a lower time frame, let's say daily, this stock is probably breaking out of a downsloping range. Okay. Uh, if I remember correctly, see the results were also good in terms of. So there was this big surprise, a margin. So results were reasonably good. Uh, revenue was, uh, uh, revenue was higher, and we can just go deeper into this financials, but you can study it on your own. But at this level, I think PB FinTech Policy Bazar seems to be a reasonably good bet. For a trade that could last for a couple of months. So uh, then, in terms of banking stocks, I would also look at Indian Bank and outperformer. See, Indian Bank is breaking to new heights. Right? Uh, so if I go to a weekly, this is emerging out of a very large sideways, and I would say 570 can stop. Say again, this is an investment bet. This is not supposed to be a trading play. Uh, so Indian Bank could possibly move up to maybe 800, or higher towards 850 or 900. So these are a couple of plays that traders, investors can look at. And yeah, so does anybody have any questions? We can take a look
Yes,
at.
yes, Manish, we have got few questions. I think
Yeah.
Ayush ne pucha hai aviation sector from the medium term perspective.
Yeah, aviation sector, I think we only have a very big play, and that is Indigo. Indigo is an outperforming stock. Okay. Uh, so after uh, that unfortunate accident that we had, see again, interglobe aviation, we are in a very very strong trend. Okay, and this is an outperforming stock because it has just hardly declined by, if you just take today's high, it's a very marginal decline of around 2% as compared to the decline in Nifty. So अगर ये outperforming play है तो मुझे लगता है this can be a reasonably good play. अगर आप short term 1 1.5 2 महीना तक, maybe 3 months, I think we can see a move up to 6400 or maybe 6800. You can keep a stop below 55 600 or so. So Interglobe looks to be decent. I have not looked at SpiceJet in a very long time, but we can just take a look. Uh, SpiceJet, look, it's a very strong down. It's coming at a support. Uh, this is a market uh, underperformer. I would say stay away from SpiceJet because it may not have a substantial move. Uh, at least maybe till 25 or so. So very strong downtrend we are seeing in SpiceJet. I mean, if you compare financials, you will also immediately come to know why uh, Indigo is where Indigo is and where SpiceJet is. So I think stay away from SpiceJet. Stick with Indigo if you want to play aviation sector. Okay. So Ayushji, I hope I have answered your question.
Um, yeah, Manish, I think there are few more questions. एक चंद्र मौर्य का क्वेश्चन है कि निफ्टी का स्टॉक्स में इन्वेस्ट करने का टाइम अभी है और वी शुड वेट फॉर सम मोर टाइम.
Nifty stocks, Nifty, there are many stocks. So I would say that if you can just pick stock, I think cement indices में Nifty based stocks में अगर आपको invest करना है, I'm not too sure if Ambuja is still a part of 350. But one sector that you can look at is cement. So I would love to get into. This is a beautiful place. A major head and shoulders uh, a major head and shoulder. I'm not. Ambuja was a part of Nifty at one point. अभी मुझे मालूम नहीं कि अभी है कि नहीं. But it's a fairly large stock. Uh, cement as a sector, if you just take out maybe an ACC from the equation, but Ambuja has some very good expansion plans that are going to अभी next शायद 2 साल में काफी capacities अंबुजा सीमेंट में आने वाली है. I think you should also do some of your own research in Ambuja, but I think this could be a very good play. In terms of other Nifty stocks, I would still look at ICICI Bank. Again, this is at a very good level to buy. ICICI Bank came up with reasonably good results. So is the case with HDFC. So banking may, I think, two top banking institutions, State Bank, ICICI and HDFC, I think they are worth investing. Very low volume decline, ज़्यादा कुछ इसमें salary नहीं है. It may come down to around 14-10 or so. So I think that could be a good point to invest in ICICI. I would say again निफ्टी में से अगर आप IT और फार्मा में थोड़े दूर रहते हो कुछ समय के लिए, then you can have lot of Grasim, Larson's. I think the story is still on. Larson का भी बहुत अच्छा रिजल्ट आया था. It showed a spurt, but see, declining market. See, look at this. I would say Larson is Larson may not see an immediate move. Maybe 3900 तक आएगा, uh, uh, but I am a holder of Larson stock, so that's a disclaimer. So
मनीष,
I think Larson is
एक
also
बहुत
very good. Yeah.
मनीष एक बहुत इंटरेस्टिंग सिनेरियो है. Now you know that lots of geopolitical and war are coming to an end. Okay, I think yesterday Azerbaijan and Armenia, they have entered into an agreement in Trump's office. So how do you look at defense sector going ahead?
See,
This is
defense
question
sector, I
from
think,
Chandra
see,
Moria.
agar I would say defense sector, they काफी जो बड़े players है, so let's say Bharat Dynamics, Mazagon Dock, so they are also coming down at at reasonable levels. So I think this is in a downtrend. I would say go with ETFs. Defense as a sector is going to be a player. अभी ये मैं last 3 साल से बोल रहा हूँ. तो ये और 5 साल 10 साल तक ऑर्डर की कोई कमी नहीं आने वाली डिफेंस सेक्टर में. एक्सपोर्ट्स सिनेरियो जो अभी अभी डिफेंस मिनिस्टर राजनाथ सिंह जी का स्टेटमेंट था कि मोर देन 1 लाख करोड़ का डिफेंस आउटपुट इंडिया में हो गया. सो दैट्स अ माइंड बॉगलिंग नंबर. So all stocks that are related to defense, either directly or indirectly, either they will have domestic orders or they will have export orders. Something like Bharat Forge. So Striker, agar that particular vehicle that India was looking at, or wo Bharat Forge is going to be a prominent player. See, they have invested in research for a very long time. I love this stock. If you are very clean management, they have some very good defense products in terms of artillery guns and certain vehicles. So Bharat Forge can be a good player, but the only drawback the stock has is that it invests a lot of money in R&D. So I mean, just couple of orders that this company gets from either from the Indian defense or or from export sector. So this can
मनीष,
be a good play. Yeah.
एक
I
पावर
think
भक्त
just
का
wait
क्वेश्चन.
for defense में कुछ समय के लिए रुको. I think probably let's look at defense maybe after a week or so. So Amazon में there are certain Amazon docs MD. Yeah. This is again a relatively sharp. Defense. So I think just wait and watch for some time. Things will pan out. So I would say that if you want to I would say go in for ETFs. Defense ka, there are a couple of ETFs, Motilal Oswal ka ETFs. I think that is the best way to approach defense sector, and you hold it. I mean, and whenever individual stocks move, you can piggyback on them.
ओके मनीष, एक पवन भट्ट का क्वेश्चन है. मेरे पास हिंदुस्तान जिंक है उनका पास खरीदा हुआ अगेन. I would like to tell all the viewers that these are not recommendation. Okay, we are just doing some technical analysis. Manish is explaining the technical status of the stocks. पवन का क्वेश्चन है ऑन हिंदुस्तान जिंक.
Fundamentally, I'm not uh, familiar with the stock as such, but I think it pays reasonably good dividends, right? So, 10 rupees dividend. So I think it is just like, a Sterlite, a good dividend play. Sterlite has a stake in this particular company. Uh, if you are not, I don't know what the cost of acquisition is, but if you are in at low levels and if you want to, I would say hold on to it. I don't see a lot of downside to this. Maybe almost for a year or so, एक range में ही जा रहा है last 6-8 महीने से. So maybe it will come down to around 395 or maybe 400 odd levels, and then again there could be a spike. So I would say wait and watch. अगर आपको इसमें से exit ही करना है, I think sooner or later, whenever you get it around 500, you can look to exit. If you are somebody who's looking at a pure dividend play, it pays a reasonably good amount of dividends, 10 rupees, so that would give almost around 5 to 6% dividend yield. See, this is 24 में 19 rupees था. Uh, then what? May में also 10 rupees. So it's a very very good dividend play. So ये तो पहला dividend है इस साल का. ये कभी आया? This just come in May. So I think just wait and it's a good stock. I don't think it's a fundamentally bad stock. It's just that it is not moving. So momentum play नहीं है. अगर इन्वेस्टमेंट है तो रहने दीजिए. Just wait and watch for some time.
अभिजीत का एक क्वेश्चन है हिंदुस्तान लीवर, सॉरी हिंदुस्तान HAL, हिंदुस्तान एरोनॉटिक्स.
HAL has, see, whenever they start delivering Tejas, I don't know when that will happen. MK1, MK2, lot of things are in pipeline. They make also other things, but that first batch of 97 Tejas has been delayed for some time. So whenever that starts to happen, the stock will be off to races. That is for sure. In the interim, there could be a slight drop down to maybe 4,000 odd levels. But again, long-term story is intact. Couple of orders that if it gets from some Southeast Asian countries, अगर कुछ orders मिलता है, then we don't know. But also in terms of profitability, it's a reasonably profitable organization. That is, उसमें कोई order का कमी नहीं है. Execution जो भी है issues, तेजस में जो engine का issues है, वो sort out अभी तक हुए नहीं है. So once things pan out, I think the future story could be it could be well. So if you have hold, अगर नहीं है तो wait करो. Maybe अगर कुछ negative news वगैरह आता है, if you get it below 4,000 or something, that would be a good time to pick it up. Right now, I think it should be wait and watch.
Great. दिवेश ने पूछे हैं PNB हाउसिंग एंड हाउसिंग फाइनेंस एंड गेल गैस अथॉरिटी.
PNB Housing Finance में, I think there was an issue with their, I think their MD or CEO resigned as such. सस्ता stock है. Even Gas Authority, again, this is not a momentum play. Longer term, it looks okay. Shorter term, it can drop down to 160 or so. So I think if you want to invest in this, wait for some time and then take a look. अभी तो मुझे ऐसा कुछ compelling buy नहीं लगा. I would not even do SIPs in this. Just wait for some time. See, energy sector is not really responding to market. I would say rather उससे तो IOC पे जाओ. वो buy from Russia, sell to Europe story तो चलने वाला ही है. So I think IOC refineries could be a better bet. Or if you look at IOCs and BPCLs, उसमें इतना ज्यादा गिरावट भी नहीं है. I guess it is this IOC came with some exceptional numbers. So buy in Russia, process in India, sell it to Europe. So I think that story will be on for some time. So I would say look at refineries rather than gas power. मतलब कंपेलिंग नहीं है अभी, मतलब मोमेंटम भी नहीं है कुछ, नथिंग इज गोइंग इन फेवर ऑफ गेल। somebody, हम लोग ऐसे लोग हैं जो मार्केट में टाइम करने की कोशिश करते हैं, तो अभी तक नहीं है, तो गेट अदर ऑप्शंस, अदर चॉइसेस।
ग्रेट। आई थिंक मनीष, हम लोग ने काफी सारे स्टॉक्स डिस्कस कर लिए आज। वी डिस्कस्ड अबाउट निफ्टी, बैंक निफ्टी, देन वी डिस्कस्ड अबाउट फिन निफ्टी as well as mid cap nifty, all the indices and the sectors, and काफी स्टॉक्स। अच्छा दिवेश, आपने पीएनबी हाउसिंग फाइनेंस को प्रॉपरली कवर नहीं किया है,
हाँ,
थोड़ा
ओके।
टेक्निकली बताएं।
पीएनबी हाउसिंग में बहुत बड़ा सेल ऑफ आ गया था अभी, आई थिंक इट विल बी सम टाइम बिफोर थिंग्स पैन आउट।
हम्म।
There was this, see, this is a huge panic selling. अभी ये क्यों हुआ है? Just because that the senior official has resigned. See, I would never buy a stock till the time इसमें ये जो selling है वो पूरी तरह absorb नहीं होता है. Okay. So we can see a prolonged sideways action, or it can just break below this zone and then then continue to work. So uh, I would say wait, मतलब उतना compelling नहीं. I mean, Hardcore would be a better bet, or for that matter, even LIC house, relatively cheap play. PNB, I think wait
अच्छा
and
मनीष,
watch. Yeah,
वन ऑफ द स्टॉक जो पब्लिक का पास काफी होता है, और मेरे ख्याल से कल रिजल्ट भी आने वाला है, सुजलॉन।
Suzlon is a longer term play. मुझे कल result I didn't know. One second, we'll have to check on that. But yeah, as you are saying, see, Suzlon, I think it's a this is a stock. ये देखो, यहाँ पर major consolidation phase खत्म हो गया
हाँ।
है. And now it is just going up. It is because of market, ये जो मार्केट में जो लैक लस्टर मूवमेंट है उसकी वजह से इट हैज गॉन इन अ रेंज. आई वुड से दैट अगर सुजलॉन 66 67 के ऊपर जाता है, आई थिंक देयर कुड बी अ स्ट्रांग मोमेंटम प्ले. अगर रिजल्ट है तो आई थिंक वी शुड वेट फॉर द रिजल्ट. And 12th, yes, you are right, it is on the 12th.
अगस्त 12, या।
So just see. But after previous results also, it has come up with very good results in last 1 year or so. So I think Suzlon is on a path to management. The entire Tanti group is no longer the professionally driven company. They have some great expansion projects. I would say just do some in-depth study in Suzlon as to उनके उसका, and just मेरे हिसाब से एक रिजल्ट पे मत जाओ. I think longer term story, ये this can be a major renewables में लंबे अरसे के लिए ये प्ले हो सकता है. वो
ठीक है मनीष, आई थिंक विल टेक द लास्ट क्वेश्चन। ये चंद्र मौर्य से है, जियो ब्लैक
हाँ,
रॉक एनएफओ है इंडेक्स फंड्स का। तो उन्होंने पूछा कि शुड वी गो अहेड एंड अप्लाई फॉर इंडेक्स फंड्स ऑफ जियो ब्लैक रॉक म्यूचुअल फंड, और
it's an
tell us
NFO.
about
So
जियो
on,
फाइनेंस as well. How does stock look like?
sorry, come
जियो।
again. NFO है, I think so. If you are, it depends. I think they are launching a couple of NFOs. So I don't know आपका कौन सा particular
या
है.
आई थिंक फोर
I think
इंडेक्स फंड्स।
NFOs, yeah. So NFOs में it's yeah, you can तो index fund में ही करने वाले हैं. So if you are convinced about India story, I think the NFO is a reasonably good bet. तो उसमें कुछ ये नहीं है. Only thing that it is going to be a longer term play. So yes, you can go ahead and put some money in NFOs.
And how does stock look like, Geo Financial Service?
Geo Financial, it was an outperformer वो resistance hit किया है. So we had recommended this stock couple of times. Yeah, I think this is good enough. मेरे को लगता है it's in a very strong uptrend. Maybe it will come down. अगर 308 पे लो, around, consider buying at 308, or you buy this breakout above 337.
Mm-hmm.
So that is how a technical analyst, a momentum trader would play this. If you are just simply looking to, buy and hold this for 6 to 8 months, 2-3% of your equity, I think ये अच्छी bet है.
Oh, great.
A lot of so a lot of developments are happening in Geo Financial. I think it's on the way to becoming one of the largest players in financial services. और मैंने आपको कहा था कि financial services as a sector is also looking good. So let's hope for some bullish announcements in when it comes to this Independence Day.
Wonderful.
Hope things settle
I
down.
think, thank you, Manish. Thank you so much
Okay.
for giving lot many insights about the market, about the stocks that you have discussed. And also, हम लोग का जितने भी participants हैं, we have started this new series every Monday and Thursday. क्योंकि लाइव मार्केट में एक रियल टाइम बेसिस में about what's happening with the geopolitics, all so many news flows coming in. With that. So we'll try to update you. And again, please mind कीजिएगा कि these are not recommendation. Okay. So these are basically pure analysis. Talk to your research analyst or advisors for for your investment. And again,
And
purely for educational purpose. Thank you,
yes, I
everyone.
would.
Thank you
Yeah, I
so
would
much
also
for
say
being a part
कि
of this
और
program.
लोगों को लेके आओ, get your friends, acquaintances to join this. So it just costs nothing, and you can get some good insights. Okay,
Thank you,
that's what
Manish.
I.
Thank you.
Okay, bye everyone, and have a great day ahead.
Investments in the securities market are subject to market risk. Read all the related documents carefully before investing.